You guys ready to learn some stuff today? Alright. Let's get fired up and start our day right. I want everybody saying it, everybody mean it. Let's do our very best starting right now. Alright, everybody ready? I believe in myself and in my ability to do my best at all times. Just for today. I will. I will. I will. I will. I will. I will. And I will. And I will. And I will do all these things with one purpose in mind. To do my best. And not waste this day, for this day will come no more. We're going to have a great Tuesday today. We'll give you the absolute very best. We'll give you your best all day long. We're going to have passion about learning. And let's go and make it a great day.
Y'all want to do Amelia? Yes. She started it. Are you ready? It's our social studies. Amelia Earhart was the first woman to fly over the Atlantic Ocean. But when she flew all the way around the world, she had an accident over the Pacific Ocean, and she disappeared.
As a teacher, I think just realizing how important it is to listen to what our students want and think about how we can make the work engaging for them. Biggest change for me was to not take it personal. A lot of times as teachers we would plan these great units and then not understand why they just didn't have all this learning and this great wonderful experience based on the unit that we had planned. And so Schlechty has opened my eyes and allowed me to see that it's not about me. It's not about how I want to teach the material. It's about how the students want to learn and what their learning needs are, and then being able to go back and design a lesson or a unit based on their needs, not mine. Since we have had our training with Schlechty, it has changed the environment in our classroom. We have really tried to make our classroom more student-centered, offering lots of choice and variety with the activities that we give students to do, especially when they're working in groups and centers independently, and just really taking their needs into account more so than how we want to present the information.
So basically what we did is we started off the year with our older kids, our 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade kids, and we're teaching them the basics on the piano, basics about music as far as their notes on the page, notes on the piano, where to find things, and just what we in general call the basics, I guess. We started with that and taught them how to use all the basic components of music to write a song. But then after we did that for the first couple of months, then we gave the kids some choices. we said they could pick either the guitar, drums, singing, or piano. Any of those four, that they could pick 2 of the 4, and then every day they get a chance to work on. They get to work on either 2 of those, or they can focus on one and try to get really good. And after we interviewed all the kids and got the information back from them, we set their schedule, their practice schedule each day based on which 2 things they're going to do, if they're doing guitar and drums, or if they're doing guitar and singing, and how to rotate between myself and Miss Barrera. And so basically we gave them, we started that, and then after 3 weeks we let them kind of vote again if they started on guitar and thought, nah, I don't know, I'm not that interested, or if they started on drums and changed their mind. So anyway, we gave them kind of 2 spots to do that, where at first they made a decision, they got to try it out, and then we did it again. And so now what they're with, they'll be set pretty much for the rest of the year. And we've definitely seen a jump in their interest level from the piano, where it was kind of prerequisite. And they worked hard at it, but once they had the choice, it definitely changed when you get some kids who are on the guitar and that's what they really wanted to do in the first place. So it's been pretty cool to see.
Try your best, and don't give me less than your best. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, ready, go.
I've really enjoyed it. One of the things it's done for me is it's validated some of the things I've always done. I knew it was good stuff, but couldn't find it in a book. And so it's nice to know that somebody else out there is saying, yes, do this, and here's how to do it even better. Well, let's look from the top. There's a hole there.
Oh, yeah.
There's a hole right there. Trying to come up with good, valid choices for the students so that when they pick one, it's still something worthwhile. It's still going to come up with something good. For instance, with some of my higher level students, instead of me just saying, go help them, I give them a choice. And if they say they don't want to, that's okay. That's tough. It's reinforced some things and maybe try to look at more positive ways to take care of things and to actually return some responsibility back to the students so that it's not just me taking care of things, make them have a choice. They might not like either choice, but it's still a choice.
The American plate's moving this way. The plates are moving across each other. What did we find out in the question a while ago when the plates are moving opposite directions?
Oh, it's earthquakes. We found lots of earthquakes.
We have earthquakes. What do we have right along the west coast here in California?
A lot of earthquakes.
There's a name of the thing. It's a fault.
One of the big benefits when we got to go out there as with a group, getting to know other teachers from other campuses a lot better, people that we've seen briefly, but we actually worked with them. And so we've gotten rid, I think, a lot of this, well, they're not doing this and they don't think we're doing work. Yes, we are. Everybody's working and they're working very hard, and that makes it worthwhile to keep on trying.
I've really enjoyed the Schlechty trainings we've had and the book studies we've done here. I don't think you can have enough tools in your belt when you come into the classroom because every situation is different. So I like to take the ideas and use them into the classroom. I think the Schlechty training, it has diversified myself, my instructional strategies. I believe that when you look around the room, you'll see that we do plenty of projects, but we also do stuff that's just not on the walls. We do stuff with our technology and presentations and videos, and it's just other off-the-wall things. I feel that my students really benefit from this variety of teaching. If you do one thing over and over and over as a teacher, that becomes old. If you teach the same thing first period, third period, fifth period, seventh period, just throughout the day, by seventh period, you've taught it 4 times, you've said it 4 times, and it just blows you down. But if you teach this way, each class has something else. Each of them is something different. It keeps you on your toes, and the freedom of choice really allows my students and myself to just always be inventing.
This is the second one, so what's the third one now?
Someone else pick. This group, T, what do y'all have third?
Anaphase.
Anaphase, good.
So that's a good
Look how hard
question.
it was to be a slave.
Okay, so how hard?
Well, that's not a sentence. Can you put it into sentence form?
The theme of the chapter 2 is
Yes, I had a student last year. He just made up his mind before he walked in the door. He was just gonna just coast on through, not do much, just kind of, get in his group and do things with other kids and just not work very hard. And you could tell the first day of class, when he first walked in, you knew that's exactly what he was trying to do. So the second day, he walks into class and I just give him a project. I let him I let them choose what they were going to do. Certain aspects of novelty and variety, just let them just get after it. And it was just vocabulary. It wasn't anything real big. It was just something to kind of start the class off, let them know how to do, or how I expected them to do projects and what the end product was supposed to look like. And I paid special attention to him. I made sure that he knew that I cared about his final product. And ends up, man, the kid, he made the funniest. It was just awesome. I can't say much more about it because you don't know who the kid is, but in the end, I ended up putting his work on the door. And as soon as you came by my class, as soon as I opened the door and it was right there, and everybody got to see his work. And he kind of tried to play it cool, but he really enjoyed that his work was there and that I really had all this stuff. He ended up, from that day on, it was awesome. He would just, I hate to say it, but had him eat down my hand, he could have, how high to jump, he would have jumped. And he ended up making a high A in the class and passing all of his tests. And it's just such a total and complete turnaround from what I thought when he walked into the classroom the first day that I was just amazed with that kid.